What's up, YouTube? Tony back.
Back. It's Eric with Defy Genetic Fitness. We're actually here to talk about our celiac disease today. So, what's the first thing you want to talk about?
Well, first of all, when you have celiac disease, a lot of people go through life untreated, undiagnosed. And a lot of the symptoms are very similar to other diseases, such as irritable bowel syndrome, Crohn's disease.
And depression, right?
And depression. And a lot of times you're going to feel your stomach ache. You're going to have headaches, migraines.
Diarrhea.
Diarrhea, sometimes constipation.
Mm-hmm.
Believe it or not, it's it's kind of a weird road.
Yeah. Plus, you get very gassy. That's one way we really found out, is we were actually, all of us were gassy. My grandfather, his father, he was super gassy.
Bad gas.
Yeah, kind of like kill everybody in the room.
Yeah, it was disgusting.
But that's one of the main symptoms that we had, along with I think my grandfather had it the worst. He had turned basically white because he became anemic.
Which is also another symptom of having celiac disease.
And that's one of the main ones that'll get you. When you become anemic, your body doesn't function the way it should because you're not getting the nutrients that you need.
Yep, and fatigue. So if you're busting out weights or you're doing some heavy hit training and you notice that you're just not quite up to par and you just don't feel good, so a lot of times you have fatigue, and that could also be a celiac issue or gluten sensitivity. A lot of people do not quite understand celiac, and believe me, we're not doctors, so whatever you do, don't just take everything we say for heart. Go research it. There's a lot of information out there on celiac. There you go to the library and pick up 4, 5, 6, 7, 20 books, all on that one disease.
Well, I just got 5 books from the library,
Yeah.
and there's I think 13 more I can get if I wanted to read all of them.
Yeah, so by all means, if you think you have celiac or irritable bowel or Crohn's, go see a physician.
Yeah.
And into that, there's also blood tests that you can request. A lot of the blood tests are IgA, TTG, IgA, and like I said, just make sure that if you have those symptoms of cramping and fatigue and diarrhea, to make sure to go see a doctor. Whatever you do, go see a doctor. And when you do take a blood test, don't stop eating gluten. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Actually, really, if you really want to test for celiac, you want to eat more gluten
For your test.
more bread. Really,
Yeah.
that's that way your numbers will go up. I mean, I think the normal range for that blood test is 0 to 15, right?
0 to 15. And when I got tested, mine was over 300. In fact, the test actually showed 350 plus. So there was no definite number on me, but I was definitely showing signs of having celiac, and so that's how I got diagnosed.
Yeah, I think my numbers weren't too high, but that's because I was younger, right?
Yeah, you were younger, but your numbers were higher than your brothers. And so that's pretty much how we figured out that, we have at least a gluten sensitivity, and so we got the test done. Now we realize that we have celiac. And so, like I said, if you think you got it, go see a doctor, first and foremost, because we are not doctors. We're just telling you how we feel, everything that we've been on down this road.
Well, plus, if you can't really judge that you have celiac disease if you, there's so many other diseases you could have other than celiac disease, because a lot of them are associated with other diseases. So you can't just rely on just a couple people's words. If you go to a doctor, they will definitely give you 100% what it is. A lot of them don't really test for celiac. They do now, for the most part. but you have to really kind of ask for it. That won't be the first thing they'll test for. They'll test for Crohn's and other diseases like that. They don't go straight for celiac.
Yeah. And some of the tests, sometimes they can go up into your rectum area and get a biopsy, especially if you have polyps along your intestinal walls. They can do a biopsy of it, and they can really dig in and see what you have. And so, like I said, if you feel like you have any of those symptoms, and like I said, research it. Whatever you do, research it and determine for yourself if you need to go see a doctor. But if you have any of the symptoms that we listed, and trust me, there are a whole lot more, because if you have celiac, and a lot of times the doctor might diagnose you with one of those other two, but believe it or not, there's like 5 or 6, maybe even more diseases that have the exact same symptoms as celiac disease. Mm-hmm. And so, like I said, make sure that you go out and you get tested. Do not take our word for it. We're just telling you how we have discovered it, how we have dealt with it, and we've dealt with it for about 5-6 years now.
Yep.
And so back when we started, gluten-free products were disgusting. Bread was pretty much tasted like cardboard.
Like the hard tack.
Yeah, it was gross. Now they have more options. They have pastas better now.
They have pre-made pizzas now.
Yeah, and pizza crust is awesome. My choice, I go with foods that don't have any kind of breading. I try to go low carb, and we'll get in that video much later on down the road. But it's very easy to do if you're trying to do a low carb, high fat, or a low carb, low fat diet, high protein. Celiac disease does make that easier. You can substitute noodles for your zoodles, which is zucchini noodles or spaghetti squash. As long as you have one of those handy little spiralizer tools, you can make just about anything that you want. But I think we're getting a little long on the video.
Yep.
So we probably need to wrap it up. We want to thank you for watching. And definitely, if you like what you see and you have any comments or you have any questions, feel free to comment below. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Anything that you do, the more subscribes we get, the happier we'll be, because that means we're actually giving you quality information that's helpful, and we really are here to help. Just to go through everything that you might be going through. Like I said, hit us up.
If there's anything y'all want to know, just leave it in the comments. Like if there's a certain thing you want us to say or a certain thing you want to hear, just let us know, and we'll make a video and we'll mention you in the video so you know who we're talking to.
Yep. So like I said, make sure to hit that like and subscribe, and thank you for watching. And hopefully our next video we might dig a little bit into our intermittent fasting as well as some other stuff on our journey. So please come back and see us.
See ya.
Thank you.